Console cables and basic device configurations. There are 3 types of console cables available. First, DB9 console cable. Second, USB 2.0 console cable. And finally, Type-C console cable. DB9 connector, a console cable, also known as a serial cable, connects between a computer and a networking device such as a router, switch, or firewall. It is used for device initial configuration, troubleshooting, and management purposes. Console cables are usually equipped with a standard RS-232 serial connector on one end, which connects to the computer's serial port or a USB 2 serial adapter, and the other end is RJ45, which connects to the device console port. USB 2.0 cable. This cable comes with a USB 2.0 port, which is connected to the laptop or PC. Other side of this cable is RJ45, which should connect to the device. This cable is very useful for laptop connectivity. Type-C cable. The latest cable comes with a Type-C connector. Most of the laptops are now equipped with Type-C ports, which help to access device console port. The console cable is connected to the device, mainly initial configuration and troubleshooting. The serial port is identified in the PC by using Device Manager. Once the COM port number is identified from the PC, the console cable is initiated through PuTTY using serial connection option. All other values should be default for the first time. Second time onward, it depends on the console port configuration. Now we will see the boot process and the router and initial configuration in Packet Tracer. Open Packet Tracer. Add one router and PC. Connect the router and PC with console cable. Open the terminal in PC, and click on OK to load default values. Now the terminal will open. You can see the router configuration. Now reboot the router. You can see the router boot process. Once the router boot process completed, type No to exit initial configuration dialog box. Enter. To enter privilege mode, this is privilege mode. You can see what are the commands, its support. After this, you should type Enable to enter the enable mode. You can see what commands can execute in this mode. Now type Conference T or Configure Terminal. This mode is known as configuration mode. In this configuration mode, majority of the configuration can be done. Coming back to enable mode, you can check the router running configuration by typing shish run. Type spacebar to load more, or press tab button to stop. This running configuration will be lost if the router is turned off or rebooted. This configuration is stored in RAM memory. In the initial configuration, router doesn't have the startup configuration. You should type write command to copy the running configuration to startup configuration. Startup configuration stored on ROM for permanent. For the first time startup of the router is to configure the enable password console password, else the router default password will not work for the second time. Type command enable password Cisco, where Cisco is the password for login to the enable mode. Type command linecon 0 pass Cisco 123 login is the command to configure the console terminal. Now exit the console terminal and re-log in. It will ask for console password. You should type the console password which is configured before. That is Cisco 123. Now type enable. To enter the enable mode this time, it will ask for enable password. You should type Cisco to enter the enable mode as configured before. Just to give an example, we can configure the interface of the router and assign the IP to the interface and type no shut to bring the port up. By default, all ports are in shutdown state. Now you can verify the interface status. By typing these are the basic configurations to start with. We can see more in-depth configuration in later classes.